Woohoo!
I get a funny feeling inside of me, just walking up and down. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town.
Welcome back to Big Hair the Nerd and this Season 1 review of our Vanarama National League South season with Dulwich Hamlet. I've calmed down slightly from the Billericay loss. Still pissed. So let's go through and have a look at the team. How we think the team got on, the awards, how we've grown as a manager, and then spot check some areas where we think we should be bringing in some players or looking for trialists and freebies to drag down to the Vanarama National League South. So we don't have the same thing like next year. Auto promotion next year. That's what we want. Or we'll be looking to jump club. It could happen. It could easily happen. So let's start with the end of season awards. So Anthony Cook got fans player of the season. Michael Chambers came second with Dippo Akinyemi third. Goal of the season was Dippo's. I'm imagining that's the one from the halfway line. It was ridiculous. Son in the season, Dominic Palmiero. He did come in. He was a beast in the middle. Shane Ferguson left. Boo, Nathan Ferguson. He's gone to Wrexham. Boo. Because he was very good. But Dominic came in and did a very, very good job. And then young player of the season, Michael Chambers at 24. Young player? Really? Okay. So they are saying our team of the season was Edwards, Dean Conti, Magnus, Chambers, Templeton. That's fairly standard. Cook, Ferguson, Vos, and Clunis. Again, yeah, fairly standard. Ferguson in there. Oh, Miss Ferguson. And then Akinyemi and Tomlin up top. That was a very standard team for us during the year. If we look at the season review, this is the thing that made me angry again. So we... first few games, fought way up there. First, second. Second. Like, we had it in us to take the top place, but okay. Average attendance was 50% or 48% full, so we've got some growing to do in there. And a squad dynamics update, Magnus, Chambers, and Clunis are team leaders. We only had one when we started, which is good, which was Clunis, and then we pissed him off, didn't we? Magnus is likely to leave. If we look at the second line, Edwards, Tomlin, Carew, Green, and Ming, we're likely to lose Tomlin and Carew as well. So the team dynamics is going to change quite a lot through this season. It's going to be tough for us to make sure we get everyone settled in and gelling together. Let's take the end of season team meeting, discuss the plans. Let's go for an assertive. We're going to go and be promoted as champions. It seems quite optimistic. We were literally 1 point off. What are you on about? Then your best and help us to do it. I'm going to push them hard. They still think it's to a thingy. Okay, so I've pissed them off a little bit, but I've gone in. We're going to win the league. Why shouldn't we win the league, right? We come second. We did so well. End of season confidence review. Fans are happy. Everyone's kind of happy, but we didn't get promoted, did we? Boo hoo hoo. 5-week preseason seems enough. I don't want to look at the analysis of the game. Come on. Why you got to do this to me? Why you got to do this to me? So if we start with ourself, me, the manager, Mr. Big Herb, we have now got a National B license. That is good. What do we have before? We started on studying for a National C license. Our reputation is 15%. That's creeped up. So actually, can I do this side by side without it confusing everything? Here we go. So here's our second one. So this is where we started. Back in the good old days at the start of the save. Ones for everything but defending. Our reputation was down here at Bugger All, and then the rest of these were just dead in the centre. We were studying for our National C licence. So we are now... So everything's gone up. Attacking is up to 4, defending 5, fitness 3, goalkeeping. I can't change the goalkeeping though once I start doing the license. I don't want any goalkeeping. Technical's good. Okay. So we're starting to get some stats here. That's good. Motivating, we're up to 8. Oh, we've had a good season at motivating players. The rest of it, not so much. Man management 6. Adaptability 1. We've not changed jobs yet, so that's not going to change. We still only know England. More people hate us now, but Mark Jones likes us. Manager, contracted to Oxford City for some reason. Coaching style still defending like a 4-4-2. Fairly standard for us, but good to see we're getting a bit more reputation. We're up to 15%. That will help with job hunting. And that we're getting some coaching abilities. We're on National B license. I'm actually now going to ask to go on a coaching course to go for the National A. Let's see what they say. They agree. Yay! So I'm now going to be studying for my next course. Nice. Good work, Dulwich. Paying for my courses. So now let's get into the fun bit then, shall we? Let's have a look at the team, the stats of the team. How well did they actually play? And should we be looking at moving certain players out who I think are good, like Clunis? How well was Clunis? I don't think he played that well, but is he actually better than I think? Should I be playing Cook and Clunis? So let's have a look then. So we start as always with the goalkeepers. We've got no one to compare Edwards to, but I know roughly what I'm looking for from him. So he has a 75% shots saved. That's pretty damn good, actually, especially for this league. Bad, his held is very bad. Held needs to be a lot better, but I'm quite happy with 75%. That's pretty damn good. His passes, 49%. We did tweak his passing around throughout the season. I'm going to put him back to short passing, and that's it. So that's what I want. Ooh, mistakes leading to goals versus total mistakes. After mistake, I suppose as a goalie, though, if you do make a mistake, it will lead to goal. But doing mistakes leading to goals isn't great. 6 mistakes overall. 13 clean sheets from 47 games. So he likes to concede. He's conceded almost one a game, which, you know, for a goalie isn't great. Shots saved 3 per game. That's good. So we need to work on him. Yeah, I don't think there's any need to replace him. I might look for a good young backup for Edwards. I think goalkeeper wise, who have we got? Oh, we got this guy. Oh, Tangara. He actually looks like he could turn into something pretty good. But that's for us at the moment. He's not far off. Well, let's do a little comparison, shall we? I don't like this graph. The graph is confusing for me. I want to see the attributes. There we go. I like key roles for goalkeeper on defend. Okay, so he's got some command of area to pick up on. His eccentricity is through the roof. That's worrying. Handling's not good. That's not great. Kicking's not good. Reflexes are quite good, though. Throwing's not great. The handling's going to let him down. Concentration and decision making, though, he's got the mental. So if we can get him training on his handling and get that up quickly, he could well be someone that's worth. His anticipation is not good, but it's no worse than Edwards. But the concentration and decision making is key. Leadership's there as well. Positioning's as good, and he's got good agility. Fairly okay. Okay, 6'6" as well. He's an absolute beast. He's so tall. Amadou Tangara. We'll have a look at him then. But moving forward. Anyway, so that's the goalkeepers. If we can find a really good young goalie who's got the ability, we'll bring him. But I want to bring in players that have the ability, not just the potential. Because like I say, we don't know how long we're going to be here, and I want to win something. So let's now move on to the defenders. So we'll bring all squads in. If we look at our best ability, defender is Michael Chambers. That is good to see because I'm sure it was Magnus. Magnus is dropping off a little bit now. We've got a strong defence. Look at it. Chambers, Carl Templeton, Dean Conti and Nathan Green knocking up there. Problem is those two playing the same in position. That's a shame. They're going to be fighting for game time. Magnus, I think, is still going to leave. He needs a new contract, but he does want to sign one. Konchesky's going to go. Quay Taylor's then in there. He's got very good potential. Same as Daniel Papo. I'm annoyed that both of them want to leave. Both of them are going to go. 25-year-old, both backups, both with the same sort of potential are going to leave because I didn't do a good job of giving them game time. So yeah, shot myself in the foot there. We look at potential. Templeton is going to have the best. Quay Taylor second. I need to do work with him. Try and keep him on. Richard Abubakar, youngster in there, 16-year-old. He's got potential in, but probably not going to see it. Daniel Papo up there as well. Ah, that's annoying. Very annoying. Dean Conti. Green dropping off as well. Okay. So if we look at average rating overall, Konchesky had the best from his 2 appearances. Don't tell me that, Konchesky. You're getting out of it. You've been nothing but a pain. Chambers. Quay Taylor. Great Taylor. Magnus. Dean Conti below 7 as well. But above 7 is good. So good to see Chambers is there. He will be my key defender going forward. Don't really care about distance covered per game so much. Tackle percentage. Cameron's going to go around Konchesky. This is a skewed stat. They only got 100% because they didn't play full games. Carl Templeton, 94. Dean Conti, 93. That's good because they make a lot more tackles than everyone else out wide. Magnus, 92. Where is Chambers? Down at 82. Not great on the tackle front. Tackles per game. Green throwing in the most. Dean Conti. Magnus. Interesting, actually, that the fullbacks... Usually you see the fullbacks getting stuck in a little bit more than everyone else. Fouls. Magnus giving away the most. Or he's comparable to everybody else. Interceptions per 90 minutes. Chambers right up there. 4.53. So that's what... He goes for the interceptions, not necessarily the tackles. Magnus with more of the tackles. Okay, that makes sense. There's a good partnership there. Header 1 percentage. Bloody piss off, Konchesky. Chambers up there, 87. Cole Temperton, 87. Magnus, 82. Dean Conti, 66. Not as good. That is 1 per 90 minutes. Chambers, I like that. Magnus, Quaid. Quaid Taylor's up there, man. Mistakes leading to goals. One from Cole Temperton and one from Magnus. My captain making a mistake leading to a goal is not good. Full mistakes, Dean Conti and Cole Temperton. You expect the wide men to make more mistakes, especially because they go forward. Magnus then on 36 and Chambers on 20. So Magnus actually making more mistakes leading to goal, although he's a better tackler of the ball. So maybe it's not such a loss when he goes. If we look at assists for the wide men, Temperton got 5. Same as Green got and he played as a midfielder for a lot of the season. Dean Conti on 3. A few player of the matches. Pass completion ratio. Yeah, it's not so bad. What are their crosses like? Temperton 16, Mings 17, Conti 13. Not bad overall as well. So if we're looking at it, central defender, Chambers very happy, keeping him in there as our number 1 defender. Magnus is likely to go. Can we keep Quaid Taylor in? I'd quite like to, because I can use him. But I don't think I won't find a defender. I think I can still find a centre-back to replace him. It will just be a new one. Happy to have Templeton on the right. Ming is back up to him. Green and Conti fighting out on the left, as well as Green being able to push forward into the midfield role if needs be. There's some youngsters with some potential, but like I said, I want to go for ability. I need to sign players for ability. So that's the defenders. So on my little notepad, where's my notepad? So yeah, as long as those guys are happy. So I've got down there so we can get a young goalkeeper in if needs be. And we need a defender to replace Mags, because he's going to go. Right, let's move on now to the midfielders, which are going to be kind of that midfield holding 3. Oh, and the wide men as well, I suppose. So this will incorporate a lot of different things in there. We might judge the wide players slightly differently, because I've built these to usually have wingers and attack and strikers almost together, and then the more defensive midfielders in here. So let's see how they all line up. If we look at ability, Cook is our best midfielder, followed by Vos, Clunis, Green is in there. Iffy Allen on the contract is down there below, but these are 3 stars, not against Walter Figueria again in there. We could keep, could lose them. I'm not so fussed about those guys. Joe Craig then pops in. Is our 2.5 star on there. Could give him a go in there. And then we get down into the sort of dross. But Joe Craig will be the interesting one. Obviously, he's had no game stats, but his attributes mean he's rapid. So we need to get him training as a left midfielder and give him and Green a go out there as proper wingers on the left, I think. If we look at potential, yeah, Joe Craig goes right to the top. Shaqwan Wright in there as well. He's very quick as well on the right-hand side. Maybe need to get him training as well. His current ability isn't as good. But yeah, just as rapid. Solman. Got to watch out for him. He's got some potential in there as well, I think. Howell is there. The guy we signed, he's going to have good potential, but only 1.5 star. He's got some good attributes, though. 12 marking, 13 passing, 7 tackling, 10 technique, long shots, dribbling. He could easily make a midfielder. He could easily make a Metzala, to be honest. So we'll have a look at Joe Howell. He could become backup for Vos in that midfield role. Keep an eye on him. But yeah, so we got some good potential, but the problem is the ability. 2 4 stars, a couple of 3.5, then down to 3s. We've barely got a team there, which is worrying. We look at average rating. Solman with his 5 appearances and 3 sub-appearances. And Cook, the only ones above 7. So the midfield struggled. Some high 6.9s from Vos, Palmiero, but they're not quite 7, so they could have done better. We look at goals from that midfield. 11 goals from Cook. He was outstanding. 6 from Vos, which is good. 4 from Solman. He got right in the end of the season. 2 from Clunis. It's not great. 1 from Green. Assist-wise as well. Cook got goals and assists. Vos with 8. Clunis with 5 in the end. 5 from Green as well. Green and Clunis playing the same amount of games, getting the same about. We look at assists per 90 minutes. Oh, Walter Figueria. Welcome to the game, man. What did he have? 1 game, 1 appearance, 6 sub-appearances. Got 0.61 per 90 minutes. Cook up there, obviously. Then Carew was behind, but Carew were going to leave. Other than that, they drop all the way off. No assist makers in this team. That's a worry. Chances created per 90 minutes. Green up there. Carew. Figueria. Vos dropping off. Again, no one really playing a good role, like a very good playmaker role. Goals per 90 minutes. Solman up there, obviously. Pass completion ratio. Palmiero, 82%. Just what I want from him. Sure enough at the back, just making sure that he hits his passes. Clunis hitting 81% as well. It's very good. Cook down at 77. Key passes per 90 minutes. Cargbo, what are you doing up here with your 2 appearances and your key passes for days? Carew, I need to keep Carew if I can. He's only 2-star, but he's a good little rotation play, especially if I get him on a contract where I don't need to pay him. Vose then in there at 1.47, Palmiero 1.39. I really like Palmiero. Need to get him on a full contract. Dribbles per game, don't really care so much about that. Cross completion ratio, Carew, Palmiero up there. Cook and Vose 18%, Ming, Clunis 15%. Clunis not really topping the charts in anything. He's a key player. Not really telling me to do much. 94% for Palmiero. What an absolute beast in centre mid he is there. Vose 86, Green 86, Clunis, Cook on the same. Fouls, I expect Palmiero. He's making that many tackles. He's likely to make more fouls. Interceptions, Sanchez Ming up there. Vose 1.5, Carabo. So Dominic Palmiero at 1.3. Shots on target, okay. Goals, mistakes into goals. Clunis with 1. That's another mark in my books. Mistakes, not bad. Nothing really again screaming out, apart from that Clunis didn't really top the charts in anything. Cross completion ratio, his passing was good. Cross completion ratio, only 15%. It's no better than anyone else's. And he's holding Cook out of his favoured position. But if Cook can get 11 goals and 12 assists from the left, do I play them both? Very interesting. Okay, very happy with Palmiero. He'll be getting a contract. I need to bring him on board. He's only 2-star, but he's just done a good job across the board. Very, very good job. Right, so now let's look at the attacking players. And what we'll have is probably... we'll have to bring attacking midfielders in as well. So we'll have some of the strikers. We'll judge them on here as well. So if we look at ability-wise, yep, Cook and Vose come in there. Highest striker is Akinyemi, who's at... Oh, that's good. He's only 21, so he's at 3-star now. He's got the potential to get better. That's good. Other than that, then, it goes all the way down. Tomlin's ratings just dropped off throughout the season. He did play 40 games. He's down to 2 stars now. Average rating, Solomon, Cook, Akinyemi up there, 7.16. Akinyemi's had a good season. Has to be said. Goals, 22 goals from Akinyemi, 17 from Tomlin. So when they were working very well. 42 games and 40 goals. Goal every other game. That's not too bad. Cook then the next highest on 11. J-May got 7. Don't forget about him. He's down to 1.5 now, so he's going to go. Goals per 90 minutes. Solomon up there with his late run. J-May, 0.56. The same as Akinyemi. It's good. Tomlin, 0.47. Shots on target ratio. Tomlin, 60%. When he does shoot, he hits the target, definitely. We'll keep him on as a backup to Akinyemi, but we definitely need to look for more strikers, I think. Shots per 90 minutes. Yeah, Akinyemi right up there. Assists. Cook, Vose. Akinyemi got 7 alongside his 22 goals, which is very good. That's, I think when he was bringing in 3 of those, is him bringing in Solomon. Clunis with only 5. It's not as good, is it? Assists per 90 minutes. That's fine. I don't really care about those. Headers 1. Akinyemi 6.91. Tommy only 4.96. Akinyemi is by far and away our best striker. By far and away. But it does mean, if you look at potential-wise, Joe Craig, nice one. Solomon's there. Like, striker-wise, Akinyemi's our highest rated striker. No one else is behind him. You've got no one else to note to bring in. So we're going to have to add a striker in there because Tomlin, he's going to retire, isn't he? J-May is just not good enough. So we're in desperate need of a backup striker. So that rounds out the team performance then. Let me make sure we've got everyone selected. We've got the under 23s and under 18s. Can bugger off. So like I say, we've got a very big squad, but we are likely to lose very soon. Magnus. So that's the only first team player we're going to lose, I think. We've got Quaid that could go. Carew's going to retire. Tomlin's going to retire. Konchesky's going to go. Carbo's going to go. Papa's going to go. Camera is going to go. And that's it. So that's a lot. It's a lot of players that, luckily only one first team player, but it's a lot of players in and around the team that we're going to be losing. So it's going to be a big old rebuild. I'm going to try and keep Quaid Taylor in if I can, but I'll also look and see what we've got out there in the defender market because we could pick up some really good youngsters. One that plays alongside Chambers won't be so bad. Chambers, he does a good job, so he'll become my strong centre back. We've got Templeton and Dean Conte as well, so we're not going to change anyone else. So we can bring in one youngster in there. That could work. But we'll have a look what's out. So let me know down below what you think. Thoughts on the season. Thoughts on who I should be bringing in. Do we try the youngster? What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Joe Craig out on the left. Do we keep Cook out on the left and Clunis out on the right? Do we try and we've got enough to do some rotation? We should do more rotation. And I will go out and scout around all the freebies I can find once we get all of this contract money back into the pot. Remember, we are 1.3 over our wage budget. So we need to be in budget this year. That is as a key. But can we bring in some better players for a little bit less money? I will go away and find out. So I will see you back for the start of the next season in the Vanarama National League South. We don't have, or we can have a quick, before we leave, let's have a quick look at the jobs board. We should have done it at the beginning, I forgot. So we look at the job centre, who is available. Brentford's available, that's one we can go to, but they're in the Championship, so we've got no chance. Nuno Santo's going to go there. Who else is there? Gillingham managers around. They're just outside. But that's it, okay. So Brentford is one we could look to, but Championship is too big a jump for us at the moment. We'll have a look throughout the... I've got all of the London clubs within my social media thing. So when people get fired or manage to get fired, I can let you know because it will pop up straight away. We can decide whether we look to move. If we have a bit of a rough season next season, we may look to jump, even if it is just to get into the Vanarama National League. Who's in the National League at the moment? Final league table. So Barnet could go up. Barnet, a team we could take over. Dagenham and Redbridge. Leyton Orient would be a good one, wouldn't it? I know there's a few Leyton Orient fans out there. That would be a nice one. I've always fancied doing a save for them. So if that came up again, I think that'd be one to look for. But yeah, we'll have a look. But I will leave it there. If you have enjoyed this season, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you are new, welcome. Welcome to the first season of this long journeyman. We will get there. Just how quickly we get there, I don't know. And I will see you back for the start of Season 2, where we will go through all the transfers, the new team, the structure, and then our first game of the season. So have a great day. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.